I'm out here by the pier in the industrial area here, and I'm just taking a walk. It's like I don't know, 10 p.m. maybe on a Tuesday evening, and I'm both just taking a walk and I'm also filming stuff for a future video. And the problem is that I like the shots the way, I mean, I think I have an eye for framing and for following shots up with one another to a certain extent, but I just have limited, I mean, equipment limitations that make the final product disappointing somehow. It just doesn't look as nice as it does in, you know, when I actually frame them and when I see them. They always look worse when I put them on my computer, and I'm always disappointed with the way things turn out. But I thought that I would just I'm holding my umbrella in the left hand, so I couldn't really see what I was just doing. But it's a very nice place, this. But I haven't been out here this far down the pier, or what do you call it, in a long time. So, but I just thought it's so nice with the sky and the reflections. I just thought I'd film a little bit. You know, trying to get your shot for 10-15 seconds, and then a mosquito, it's a nice shot, but a mosquito lands on your forearm like 5 seconds into the shot, so you have to stand there for 10 seconds hoping that it's not going to be too itchy afterwards, because of course you're prioritizing the shot above all else. So I want to try and get down here onto the beach. I know I can climb over somewhere. I don't know exactly where the best place is. Oh, I don't know. Okay, that was kind of sketchy. I don't know, I must be an unusual person, because when I want to be at the beach, it's the exact time when nobody else wants to be at the beach. But how can you deny this? It's after the sun sets that I go to the beach, or before. Yes, that's how I work. I don't know. I like the scenery and I like the smells and the sounds of the ocean, but I don't like the scorching sun. But that's apparently very much an unpopular opinion. I don't give a fuck. It's good because now I'm alone here. Although once in a while you walk past somebody and they're like looking at you and you didn't notice that they were sitting there as you were filming and talking. It's just impossible to frame a good thumbnail. I don't know why it doesn't work. Either it looks down or up, and I can't frame everything. I mean, one of the reasons why people might not want to be out here might be because of safety at this time, because who knows what could happen if nobody's around. I mean, I'm a pretty big guy, you know, 6'5", probably 220 plus whatever I am. So maybe I'm not particularly nervous, but if, let's say, you're a smaller woman or something, I can understand if you might not want to go outside at a remote place late at night. So that, you know, that's an acceptable reason for people not wanting to be here at this time or whatever they may be thinking. But for me, I just love it. Oh, you're going that way? Well, I'm going this way, thank you very much. I am quite the contrarian. Actually, there's steps both ways. If they only knew their bodies would meet up at the same place just moments after, you know, blah, 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 after one another. Or something else that's actually poetic, I don't know. Oh, there's a film by James Benning from the 70s, which sort of experiments with that idea. I forget what it's called. It's quite short, but that actually is kind of like what this is reminding me of. I think he made that with his wife. Okay, so we're coming up to the crucial part where you have to find the best place to jump over the little water area here. My balance is not that good, so I'm gonna just jump instead. Let's see. Okay, I made it without getting wet. Amazing. You know, I have to say that I'm reminded of the fact that what I'm doing now, just talking like a child outside, just feeling good from being outside, wanting to document something but not being quite sure what. It's quite similar, quite reminiscent to the things that I used to make years ago, and which I ended up being too unsatisfied with time and time again, never uploaded, deleted much of it, saved some of it, saved much of it too. Whatever is saved is for a future project, which I've been it's been ready for a while. I just don't know exactly how to put it together in the final form, but yeah, but I'm gonna upload this anyway because that's just what I'm gonna do. You know, me 5 years ago would have thought this video does not cut it. It's not good enough. And maybe I think so now as well. But you know, fuck it. Actually, this is closer to something I would film when I had taken Ambien, which I haven't taken in many years. But believe it or not, I am sober. I just it just feels nice to be outside for whatever reason. Allow yourself to I don't even know what. My words are failing me, as they always do whenever I'm trying to film spontaneously. Oof. Well, almost fell, but that's okay. I didn't. If I had fallen, it would have been not okay. Unless I didn't hurt myself. In which case, I guess it would have been ultimately okay. Fucking mosquitoes and bugs and shit. Cobwebs. I am trying to live in the moment, alright? You know, it doesn't matter how much soul searching I attempt to do. I always feel like I'm missing something, that just something is incomplete, and that I only realize it in hindsight, that whatever I was doing at the time was worthwhile, and it was plenty. And maybe just taking a walk like this, enjoying the sights that I know so well already, and just existing in this world, maybe that's all that it takes to be happy. But I also feel like I'm never really gonna learn. You know, I was outside the other day just taking a walk, and I'm just struck by how melancholy and how sad everything is, and I don't know exactly what it means. I saw like this young woman carry home a pizza box in the evening, walking back with like a pizza, and I thought it's a beautiful scene. What the fuck is up with that? I've been watching too many pretentious foreign dramas, I think. But I also think that there's something, I mean, there are plenty, that was just the thing that came to mind. There's plenty of things that I just observe, mundane things that you would think nothing of because they aren't anything really. But it's this sense of just trying to plant my feet on the ground and experiencing the world for what it is. Not, you know, trying not to miss things. Well, that's not even what I was going to say, but my lifelong mission is to try and make sense both of this and then translate that like this, and hopefully registering somewhere. Always feel like I'm failing, but it's okay. One thing that I'm happy about is that my tinnitus, I don't know if it's better necessarily, but I'm not feeling very anxious about it anymore. I think I've just been anxious for so long now that after a while, like your mind is just like, okay, put that aside for a moment. And the tinnitus, it was really bothering me so much for so long. Like I heard somebody say, "Oh, this is something to kill yourself over. This is worth killing yourself for." Like this constant noise. It's not even like mine was that intense in volume. It's just that it's like a Chinese water torture. Like it's minimal, but it's constant, and it's just the feeling trapped and having nowhere to escape. I don't know. But the positive thing is that I'm not anxious about it anymore. And I don't know exactly why, but like I said, your mind just finds a way to well, your mind, first of all, your mind finds a way to create angst for some reason. But then when you've experienced this angst for long enough, it also finds a way to kind of heal that part of your brain and kind of allow you to move forward. Like years and years ago, I had this image in my head of you kind of have to push yourself through this thorny forest, and you're gonna rip your fucking skin off. It's gonna be painful. It's gonna be miserable for a while, but then when you get out on the other side, you're gonna be greeted by the sunshine, and then you'll still have wounds, but then eventually they will heal, and maybe there will be a few scars. Fucking mosquitoes. I was actually just gonna go outside to take a walk now and to film some stuff for that other video. But now I am doing this instead, and I don't even know why. I've been watching Love on the Spectrum lately. Am I on the spectrum? It's a good question, isn't it? I don't believe I am. Not. I don't believe I am. But I've always thought that there are certain traits of, you know, commonly found in autistic people. And of course it is a spectrum because it's so varied and all that. But there are certain things that you can find pretty much in most autistic people, or, well, I shouldn't say that because I don't know enough, but I've always been aware of autism and some of the things that some of the trouble it can create in your mind. And I've always thought that I can relate to a lot of that, but I always thought that whatever cause is not necessarily that of neurodivergence. It's the cause is something else. The cause is like self-imposed isolation resulting in lacking social skills and a perpetual difficulty of getting back out into the world, or something like that. And something just broke in my mind many years ago, and it's been a constant struggle to try and get back. And I just feel like I'm an incomplete person. Anyway, I'm watching the show, and a lot of people think it's exploitative. And I feel like it's not really more exploitative than most reality shows. Not that I really watch them a lot, but to me, like, I've always been fascinated with humans and interested in films about humans rather than story and plot, and documentaries about humans being themselves. So that's why I like the show. And I heard about it years ago, and I never really thought, well, that's nothing for me. But I was actually quite moved by some of those Australian episodes. The US version I thought was less interesting for some reason. I fucking hate the editing. It's got that reality TV editing where it uses too many angles, and it's too rehearsed. And I don't like that. I have no need to watch that. I just want to see the people. I want to hear what they have to say. And that's really all. Anyway, I talked to somebody 7 years ago, I think. I was 25, I know that, so 7 years ago. And he said, it was like a psychiatrist, and he said at the end of this whole, this series of meetings, he said that, well, I'm 99% sure that you do not have autism. And I said, right, well, that's good, I guess, but that's not, is that why I've been talking to you all this time? Because I was just kind of there to talk about all the other problems that I had, and anyway. But he was looking for he was trying to find whether or not he thought that I had autism. And I don't mean to sound insensitive, but that really disappointed me at the time, because I was just there to talk. But he had just been looking for a specific thing. But then last year I talked to some people, because I was really struggling badly last year. I should move from this place, but it's beautiful, but it's a pain in the ass. And there were a couple of people who expressed not concern, but what's the word? Like, they expressed certain, well, let's just say theories that I might have autism. Because I was talking to a couple of people, and then they have to report back. They have to report to the system about the patient that they've had, and then that's available for me, so I can just go online and see what they've said. And a couple of people said, like, ... suspected autism ... and I'm like, really? All right, well, I don't really know. It seems, I mean, I am aware that people probably look at me in a certain way because my social skills are limited, but it's not like I'm misunderstanding cues. It's just that I have a problem being expressive verbally. It's almost like sometimes I feel like I don't have the muscles, like here, that are necessary, and the facial muscles to express what I need to express like a normal person. Well, I'm gonna move. I feel like I'm not finished with that whole ramble, but I didn't even intend to begin it, or to to start it. Sorry if I'm saying the wrong things. Just thinking about things. Of course, the unfortunate part of filming with an old phone is that it can't really take up, I mean, beyond just having a lower quality than I would like, it's that it can't really take up night scenes. So the project that I have in mind is going to have to be mostly during the day, but that's okay. You know, I'd like to think that it's the shape of the content that matters more than the quality of the individual images. But like I mentioned James Benning before, and he made a lot of films with his 16mm Bolex camera for many years. And, you know, part of what makes those films so moving and so beautiful is the way they look. I know, right? Yeah. Stop repeating what I say. Sorry, there's an echo in here. But yeah, so the films, they have a certain visual quality because of the stock on which they were recorded. But I really don't think it is the most important thing, but it's hard not to get past some of these things. It's alright, it's okay. I've got something to live for. Jesus told me so. Whatever it is he says. And then he can't finish the line in American movie.